Right, okay. Hello YouTube, this is the D.B.T show. Episode 67. Now, earlier on this year, I reviewed Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, a Nintendo game. It's a Nintendo GameCube. That was a remake of the original Metal Gear Solid PS1. Now I'm going to review a new Metal Gear Solid game, this time on the PS2. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. So, let's get started. Right, that's my PS2 setup, so let's begin. Now first, let's go to story. Oh, the story for Metal Gear Solid 2 is extremely confusing. I can't make any sense of this story whatsoever, so I'm very sorry YouTube. I can't really give you an outline of the story for this game, because the story is so confusing. I have no idea what the story is for this game. The story takes far too many twists and turns, and it really makes no sense whatsoever. But besides that, the game is still very good. Okay, next look at the graphics. The graphics in this game are really, really good. They all look very nice. Let me just show you some. Loading times for the game are really quick, so you won't have to wait too long to play the game. Here are some of the graphics. As you can see, they look all look really good. Okay, next is the controls. The controls for this game work really well. Here's how they work. Use the arrow pad to move your character around, or you can use the left analog stick. Circle button punches, square button fires weapon, X button crawls, and triangle button activates certain objects in the game. L2 is your items, R2 is your weapons. And the other shoulder buttons are basically first person view mode, right. Select button brings up your codec, and start button brings up your map. Later on in the game, you will get a sword. The sword is controlled with the right analog stick, and it all works really well as well. Okay, next let's go to music. Well, the music in this game is also very good. Really nice, and it fits the game really well. Okay, next let's go to the game. But the gameplay for this game is an action stealth sort of game, and it's really, really good. There's loads of action in it, and there's also that stealth element, so you may have to hide from the enemies instead of just running around and popping them in the head, which is what I tend to do because I prefer to do it that way. But all the gameplay is pretty good. Okay, next, let's go to good stuff. Well, the good stuff about this game is the story, the cutscenes, and the gameplay. Now, even though the story is as confusing as hell, it's still a very good story. And you're aware that the game tells the story is also very good. They use CGI cutscenes, and the cutscenes really do a good job of telling the story, even though the story is extremely confusing. The other thing about the game is definitely the gameplay. It will keep you playing for about, at the most, 15 hours. So it's quite a long game. Okay, next is the weapons. There are several weapons in the game that you can use to your advantage. You've got your pistol, your tranquilizer gun, you've got your machine guns, sniper rifles, standard grenades, EMP grenades, stun grenades, grenade launcher, rocket launchers, sword, C4, which is like an explosive. And that's basically it for weapons. Items you'll get in the game, you get your rations to replenish your health. You got your binoculars, camera, thermal goggles, night vision goggles, sensors. The sensors are used to detect bombs. You got your cardboard boxes to hide from the enemy in. Your phone, which can be used to get hints and tips. Your key cards, and of course the useless item which has no use at all, the crappy cigarettes. And you've also got your bandages and your magnesium. The bandages are used for helping your life bar stay up, and the magnesium is used for aiming the sniper rifle. And they're all the items in the game. Another about this game is the codec. The codec is a really useful feature, and it's in practically every Metal Gear Solid game, and in this game it's extremely useful for several things. You call certain people, they can help you out. You call your person to save your data, and it's just a really useful tool that the game gives you, and it helps. With this sort of tool, you can play it through this game without a strategy guide. The other thing about this game are definitely the bosses. The bosses can be a really good challenge, and they can be quite difficult to beat. Anyway, YouTube, I'm very sorry, but I've run out of time. So please join me in part 2 of my Metal Gear Solid 2 review, Sons of Liberty, where I will finish off reviewing this game. Until then, YouTube, bye-bye.